Assalamualaikum and hello. Today we're going to present our Cpd project called Production of Solid Formulation of Herbicides. We're from Group 5 and our team member consists of Muhammad Mirza, Ahmad Aidil Hafiz, Huzaima, Rubiat Sadiamin, which is me, and Nabila. In this project, we're going to discuss the product survey and business model, the product design configuration, the economic analysis, and finally the sustainability consideration.
First, I will cover the product survey and business model. Herbicides are the substances that are used to control or modify unwanted growth and may also be used on crop in the autumn to enhance harvest setting. Next is the need for active ingredient AI. AI is a substance that kills herbicide. Several factors need to be considered when designing the AI, which are free of hazard, have good endurance in soil. Formulation of AI must suit to the targeted area, not too difficult to handle the AI, and must be affordable in cost. Next is the market survey. As we can see at the graph, the usage of the herbicide is in Malaysia are the most among the other pesticides from 1995 to 2008, and the herbicides made up the majority of the overall sale, accounting for 395 million. This is our house of quality for our product. There are several customer preferences that need to be considered, and the major issue that needs to be highlighted is regarding environmental factor. It is because we want to produce environmentally friendly product and can kill large volume of pests. But acid products are the best product to kill the pests, and acid is not an environmentally friendly product. And this is our business model canvas for our product.
Hi, I am Huzaima and I'll present on the product design configuration together with Aidil. This is our group's problem formulation. To design a formulated product that is suitable for the household, gardeners, and agricultural sector, the herbicides must provide several criteria. The first criteria is the mode of action, which is the process through which an active element disrupts a plant's metabolism to kill or inhibit it. The second criteria is good selectivity, which is herbicide's capacity to influence various plant categories to varying degrees, which is due to physiological or morphological variations across species. The third criteria is activity of herbicides, which is the way an herbicide enters treated plant, which can be divided into foliar-active herbicides and soil-active herbicides. Mobility in soil is the next criteria. Kd is soil absorption coefficient, while KOC is the soil organic carbon absorption coefficient. The next criteria is the volatility, which can be determined by the molecular weight and presence of cyclic hydrocarbons in a herbicide. The next criteria, which is persistence in environment, is the lasting power of herbicide and can be measured by half-life. And last but not least, the next criteria is toxicity, which is the potential for herbicide to harm, afflict, or have other negative consequences on creatures. And the impact can be divided into short-term, which is acute, mid-term, which is subchronic, and long-term, which is chronic. There are two widely used acute toxicity measurements, which are LD50 and LC50. So this is the product needs and target properties that I have presented before. And this is our group's target properties and target values for the problem formulation. This table shows the type of chemicals, which is herbicide and active ingredient, which is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, dispersing or binding agents, wetting agents, antifoam, and also defiller. And this table also shows the range of concentration, target properties, experiments done on complete finished formulation, and also the performance that can be affected by some factors.
This is the database for the potential herbicides. The table above shows the type of active ingredient based on their respective functions, which are site of action and target weights, and also the target value for each respective active ingredients. And the one that we chose is the first active ingredient listed above, which is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. This is the continuation of the database for the potential herbicides. As you can see, the table includes the activity of the active ingredient, the mobility in soil, the persistency in the environment, and also the toxicity. We chose the first active ingredient, which is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, because it has high mobility in soil, which is over 20 milliliter per gram, low persistency in environment, around 7 to 48 days, and also low toxicity, which is below 949 milligram per kilogram. This is the mini database for the active ingredients. As shown above, there are a total of 13 active ingredients, and it includes the compound structure, compound formula, the smiles, molecular weight, melting point, boiling point, and also pH for every active ingredient.
This is the molecular generation that we have done using ICAS based on the 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid molecular structure. The compound structure is aromatic compounds with molecular and functional groups of ACH, AC, CH2O, COOH, and ACCl. The normal melting point is between 300 to 360 with molecular weight between 200 to 260. Number of groups is between 2 to 8. Number of functional groups between 1 to 5 and number of same functional groups between 0 to 3.
For the best candidate selection and justification, firstly, the first 6 candidates were screened out due to the melting point temperature higher than the design objective, which is between 41 degrees Celsius and 55 degrees Celsius, also equivalent to 314K to 328K. Next, the candidates number 12 was ruled out of the possibility since the viscosity is higher than the other, and also the possible candidate number 7 and 8 was then screened out since the critical temperature and critical pressure was not the same as the possible candidate number 10, which is our chosen active ingredient, 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. Therefore, the top 3 best candidate is candidate number 9, number 10, and number 11, and the chosen one is the candidate number 10.
This is the property prediction for our top 3 compounds. Firstly, we identify functional groups such as first, if necessary, second and third order group. Next, we determine how many groups of each type are needed to represent our molecule. We retrieve parameters from model parameter tables for properties of interest, and we sum the contribution and use the corresponding property model functions.
Okay, the third part is economic analysis. We estimate our total mass is 250 grams, and our active ingredient is 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. And we search some ingredients is dispersing agent, wetting agent, antifoam, and solvent. And the quantity for active ingredient is 40, and the total of quantity all of the type of ingredient is 100. I take one sample calculation of active ingredients is we need to find the mass. So the mass is the percentage weightage times the total mass. So 40 times 250, and we get the mass is 100. And for the price we search on website, we get the 0.8 ringgit per gram. And for percentage weightage is 0.4. And for estimated price is 80 because 0.8 times to 100 gram, and we get 80 ringgit per package. So the total estimated price for package is 81.61. Total mass of our product is 250. Our raw material cost in ingredients is 81.61 ringgit per unit, and we decide to selling our product. The price is 98 ringgit per unit.
So after estimating the selling price of our product, we're going to calculate the investor's rate of return. So there are a few informations that we need to assume, such as the annual sales per year, the selling price, which we calculated before, the manufacturing equipment cost, the development cost, the advertising budget, annual fixed cost, raw material cost, net working capital, the bank interest rate, and also the tax rate. So next, we tabulate the depreciation value and the book value for manufacturing cost according to the MACRS tax basis depreciation for 5-year class. So next, we tabulate and calculate the internal rate of return. So the values in red shows that indicates the negative cash flow. Next, we need to determine our IRR. To find the IRR, we need to take NPV equals to 0, and by using the goal-seek approach, we get our IRR as 283.44%. So since the assumption has been made that the bank interest rate is 8%, our IRR is higher than the bank interest rate, and this means that the project can proceed to be carried out as planned. So these are the formulas that we use to calculate the IRR. All right, next we're going to calculate the payback period. So to calculate the payback period, we need to tabulate our data for cumulative project cash flow. So after that, we're going to plot a graph, cumulative project cash flow in terms of years. And finally, we get our payback period is 2.0495 years.
The last part is regarding sustainability consideration, sustainability factor. When producing the herbicide, there are 3 factors that we consider, which are environmental, social, and economic. To summarize, our packaging will use high-density polyethylene HDPE, which is biodegradable packaging to produce zero trash, thus reducing impact on the environment. We also plan towards the zero hunger planning as stated in SDG 17 to provide the local population with good agricultural outcome when using our herbicide, and we also open the job vacancy to local population to sell our product, which at the same time can decrease the employment rate in Malaysia and can help increase the economy in Malaysia. Our product is associated with 3 SDGs, which are SDG 2, 14, and 17. First, our product has a good percentage in killing pests, meaning that agriculture sector that use our herbicide can produce huge quantity of outcome. Thus, the local population can receive many fruits and vegetables due to this. This can be associated with SDG 2, zero hunger. Second, LD50 in our herbicide is in a small range, between 950 to 1000 mg per kilogram. Translate to the fact that we just use a small amount of herbicide to kill 1 kg of pests. As a result, we may save water by reducing the amount of herbicide that are released into the water, and this can be related to the SDG 14, life below water. And lastly, in order to sustain our product in the market, we are planning to do several strategies. First, we will keep presenting our product in an effective way and unique way compared to the others, and always do advertising in updated social media such as TikTok. Next, we will keep collaborating with pharma and always explore the retail channel by giving the free sample to customer before purchase.